It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the number one business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission really is to inspire. Our mission is to empower, and our mission is to provide you, that's right, you, the hardworking entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And on this episode, we have the one and only Lorie Woodruff, who's in the building. What's going on, Lorie? How are you?
Hello, hello. Great to be on. Thank you, Shay.
Well, it's great to have you here. Some people I get a chance to never ever meet just through the power of these fiber optic lines. And there's other folks like yourself who I had a chance to meet and break bread with. And so glad to have you here. You know, folks are looking and they're hearing about the real estate portfolio, but they're also seeing this online profits. So at the risk of sounding sarcastic, but I want to address the elephant in the room. Why are entrepreneurs struggling these days with being profitable when they've got Instagram they can get motivated with? They can go watch a YouTube video and get excited. They can go read a LinkedIn article and get everything they need. Why are entrepreneurs still struggling and not getting any profits?
It's the discipline of not having mentorship. That's why. A lot of that has to do with a lot of people thinking they can grasp on YouTube. I'm on YouTube for videos and a lot of content, but there's a lot of times, Shay, that there's going to need, you got to have that proper structure to take you from A to Z. So I think that, a lot of the limelight gets people excited and I can do this because they see 30 seconds or 45 seconds worth of information, but it's going to take mentorship really to get that person from where they want to be in their head to be profitable.
Now, mentorship means different things to different people, right? And so they're probably hearing the word mentorship and think, okay, is mentorship the same as a guidance person? Is mentorship the same as a coach? Is mentorship the same as a consultant? Let's hear Lorie's view of the world. One, what is mentorship? And what does that look like for the person like, I want to be online. I want to be profitable. I want to have a business that generates revenue for me.
Yeah, it could be many of those because people just use those words interchangeably. So it could be someone that you're paying high dollars for. It could be someone that you sit and you guys just have tea from once in a while. So someone who has been where you're trying to go. In plain and simple, someone who has been there. I would come to you if I need to get sales structure, how to script, and really just talk to people. That you're a mentor, you're a coach, and you're your consultant. So it really doesn't matter the title, but I'm saying you need to invest in removing the distractions and stop trying to get everything for free 99 and actually sit at the feet of someone who has already done what you're trying to do.
So and don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into this whole real estate portfolio to online profits. Like, what in the LL Cool J does that even mean? Like, man, what was the crossover point for? We'll get into that in a moment, but let's slow down and then we'll speed up. She says, "Hey, you need to get a mentor." They're like, "Okay, Lorie, but what are one, two, or three things you look for in a good mentor?" Right? Because I do want to build my business. I do want to grow, and everyone says they can make all this money. You ain't got to do no work. And you have a different shirt on right now, by the way. It says, do the work. So
Yeah.
here's the question. What's maybe one, two, or three characteristics you look for when you're looking to, one, write a check for them to mentor you to get you to where you want to get to?
That's a good question. I would say I'm God led, and it has to be led because in the mornings when I'm writing out affirmations and I'm speaking affirmation, Shay, I'm looking for God to bless me with the right people. So it's already an intention in the morning where I'm declaring I'm looking for profitable people. I'm looking for resourceful people. I'm looking for wealthy people. And that is the way that people all of a sudden just start coming into your inbox, or all of a sudden you see a video on YouTube. Something happens, but someone's going to come into your space. So first and foremost, I'm asking God to send me the right people. Place me in those positions where I'm going to be seen. And, it's one of those things where I was watching one of my mentors for years. And I never even did anything but just watch. And then it became some other person led me to a conference and I got to meet him. And from that point, since 2020, I've been watching and being mentored, spent $50,000 for mentorship. So you never know. It could be one person that leads you to the answer of what you've been looking for. So just definitely be God led. Another thing is just pay attention to their vibe. Pay attention to their flow. I'm not a money first, let's get money, that type of car salesman type of entrepreneur. So I want to be led by someone who is inspiring and making an impact, as you do on this platform. And so impact for me is very important. So are they making an impact, or is it just going for the quick sale? And that type of entrepreneur definitely resonates with me most. And can I see myself working under that person or with that person is a third thing. Can I see myself working in their groups? Can we travel together? Can we actually sit at tables together and make different impacts together? So definitely those are the three things I would look for when I'm looking for mentorship.
I can hear him out there. Shay, who is this Lorie? And I know you're famous. I get that. There are folks who are reading your bio below. I get that. But there's a host of other folks that are like, listen, I'm listening to this podcast driving down the road right now. Sounding pretty good. Someone else is cooking, by the way. And we have a number of folks, Lorie, they're dualpreneurs, okay? They work a full-time job and they're a full-time entrepreneur. I guess you call them 9-to-5 millionaires. They're on that track. And they're probably curious, who is this person? What's her backstory, Shay? What led her to doing what she's doing now? So let me for a moment and give you an opportunity to share, Lorie, what's your backstory and what was the defining moment that you knew that this was the path that you were destined to do? It was your passion and your purpose.
I would say it's been 23 years of me working in real estate. So I'm in the Maryland and DC area. So I watched my mom sell properties. I'm sitting in the back of the car. So for 23 years, a lot of my real estate came from that woman. And just watching her and just kind of, seeing, can I do this? And I went in, first my career was in mortgages, banking, and then I went into real estate, and I've been there for the last 23 years. So I love that transformation that I get to do with clients, whether they're buying a home, leasing a home, investing in a home, it doesn't matter. But that process is huge for someone. So that's been a huge process of the last couple of years. It's more than just opening doors. A lot of people are just getting their real estate license and they're thinking, let me get my license. HGTV taught me that I can do this in 30 minutes. It's more than that. It's more than that. And really you have to have you have to be served, and you have to have a calling for that. And I would say 23 years has been a long time, and I still can see myself there in the next couple of years. But over the last couple of years, Shay, what has been transforming more is, listen, people have been depositing a lot of information, and I can't take that with me. So I have to give that away. So I've been in lots of mentorships. It's you, it's Shay, it's Trevor. It's Trevor. Trevor has done a lot for him. Trevor Otts has done a whole lot for who I am today. It's just making sure that I have that YouTube channel in the first place, just getting the confidence. But for the last 10 years, really, I've been working with entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs like myself, to help them with their confidence, to help them brand themselves online, to get noticed on Instagram, Facebook, or even YouTube, so that they can really get the confidence to brand themselves online. And that's really been the last couple of years of what's been going on. So I've married the two together, real estate and still helping entrepreneurs get their branding online. That's who I am.
And, the topic they're reading by this saying, from real estate portfolio to online profits. Tie in the online profits to this real estate part, because as you mentioned, it's not just anymore about opening doors, and it's not no more, I don't believe, just going right and looking online and saying, that's it right there. I'll just take that right there. I'm good. So why was this topic so near and dear to you, and why are they all looking at it right now?
I would say after 2020 did I really start to see things different. And 2020 was a pivotal year for a lot of people to make decisions on their career, their money, their family. And in 2020, I was on YouTube heavy, just in education, and just trying to figure out what's next. Like how am I going to pivot within the industry? Real estate was doing great, but there came a time a little bit more where I said, I need to sit back and reset and figure out how can I be more impactful with a lot more people during this time. You had millions of people being laid off. You had a lot of people not knowing, do they want to be an entrepreneur because YouTube said so, or you didn't know what people wanted to do from their 9-to-5 experience. So I started focusing on mentorship, and I got into mentorship, more classes and more courses so that I can figure out, all right, what's next? How can I be more impactful now in 2020? I started learning more about digital entrepreneurship, how to put together web pages, how to put landing pages together, what some people call them squeeze pages, how to just do a lot more automation. I felt old in the business, but at the same time, that was my time. I know Trevor, you guys have been killing it with the automation for decades before. So it feels like I'm just catching up. And so I felt, let me automate my business so that I'm not working so much in the business anymore. Now, focus on the business, yes, as an entrepreneur, but working in the business was tedious. So really 2020, 2021, I worked with a couple of people on Fiverr. They were helping me get my landing pages, my email sequences set up so that I can pretty much have my business on autopilot. And that's really over the last couple of years what I was doing so that I can at least set my structure up so that I don't have to work so much in the business day to day.
What do you enjoy most about what you're doing now? You seem like you're having a lot of fun. This is in
I
your
do.
passion. What do you enjoy most about it?
The transformation. When someone calls and they say, Shay, I want to get more business. And I say, well, okay, well, let's look at a couple things. I want to see your online presence because it's not like we're getting magazines anymore with real estate agents, or we can't look for houses anymore. That real estate book back in the day used to be nice and thick, right? And you used to think, I'm going to find my next house in here. I'm like, well, if you see that book today in any grocery store, if you find it, you may find about 6 or 7 pages. And by the time you call that real estate agent, that house is gone. It's really for marketing purposes, just to let y'all in on a secret. But it's just for marketing to get their phone to ring. So I love the transformation that I can see when someone as a real estate agent can get the confidence to actually get online, talk about their business, talk about what they know, and then all of a sudden their phone starts to ring or they start to get recognized a little bit more. So that transformation, Shay, is huge for me because it allows me to help people twofold. It allows me to work through personal development to say, look, you can do this. Someone needs what your message is all about. Someone needs you today. But I just need you to get over that imposter syndrome and just do it. And just do it. And that transformation to see their business, to see them then start writing their ebook, start writing their course, or start putting together a e-guide, what do you call it? One of the ladies I had helped put together an entire journal. All right. So these kind of transformations are huge to me. So I can at least see, you know what? It worked. And they can see it work for their business as well.
As we're sitting there listening, they're like, wow, this person's been able to transform many different times over the course of their career. And Shay, I'm curious, what's Lorie's mindset about getting outside her comfort zone? Because for many folks, I know for me, even in the beginning of technology, it was just so uncomfortable. So the question is, Shay, does she have affirmations she tells herself? Shay, how does she will herself to go into something that is totally, totally different, but it's outside her comfort zone, but she does it anyway? What's her secret sauce? I don't know. Let's ask Lorie. What's the secret sauce, Lorie, to you having the right mindset to keep expanding that comfort zone and getting into areas that are uncomfortable, but you do it anyway, and then you conquer it?
You've got to take a look at people before you. And I've been working within network marketing groups since 2010. And a lot of people frown up at network marketing. And I said, network marketing was probably the best journey for me ever. And the reason for that is because a lot of the leadership in that company shows you how to be a leader, how to communicate, how to step out of the box and actually get to work with clients and get your business. So I would say network marketing was a slam dunk for me because it allowed me to come out and actually understand communication so much better. And a lot of people don't have that natural skill, that soft skill. A lot of people don't have that. So I would say definitely that. And then I would listen to people such as Les Brown and Jim Rohn. And yes, I write affirmations every day. Well, about 5 days a week, I'm writing affirmations. And I would do that so that I can get clear with what I'm look at what I want from him to send me. So in the morning, I would have a notebook very similar to this. And before I get the day started, Shay, it's pen to paper. And it's 5 things at the top. What do I plan to do today? Be happy, be loving, be supportive, be wealthy. That's number one. Number two, I'm looking to receive a certain amount of money. Typically, I'll say I'm looking to receive $55,000 into my Navy Federal checking account. Like, these are the type of things when you listen to people online, such as Jim Rohn or Les Brown, Eric Thomas, you've got to be specific with your goals. And in order for it to come alive, you have to really be alive on paper. So number three, maybe something that 3, 4, and 5 is something that day that I need to do in my business. So 5 things, nothing 20. You don't have to overwhelm yourself, but 5 things. So what do I plan to do today? And number 1 is be happy. Number 1 has always been be happy. How about that? You like those words, right? And then 1 through, I'll draw a squiggly line, Shay, and then 1 through 10, I will have my I'm so happy and grateful now. If you watch The Secret, the movie, you'll understand how affirmations are a huge part of anyone's life. And I'm so happy and grateful now for God's favor. I'm so happy and grateful now for my dog, my health. So all of that's 10 things. So you can imagine that natural happy that you give yourself just by depositing that type of healthy affirmations every single day. So that's how I start my morning every day. So how you start your day is everything.
I love it. You know, we have a segment here, Lorie, called "Today is My January 1st." And for all the folks who show up every single night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know what we're about to do. You can go ahead and say those magic words. You can say it with all the feelings in the world. Today is my January 1st. And Happy New Year to all of you. And for everybody else that's listening, want to know what in the LL Cool J is Shay talking about, you're here for the very first time. Welcome to the family, by the way. Welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show. Today is our January 1st is our personal mantra. It represents a do-over. Today is my January 1st means that no matter what's happened in the past, no matter how dark and gloomy that past is, it no longer equals the future. So the question for Lorie really is 2 parts. Number 1, when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what does she hear? But number 2, when was the time that she was a setback? I mean, maybe you're thinking her life's been perfect, and maybe it has been perfect. But what was the time that she had a setback and a challenge, and you know what? She had to bounce back from it. And maybe she'll be transparent and share something that she struggled with. So anyway, that's the question, Lorie. When you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what do you hear? And number 2, what was one of the challenges you had that you had to bounce back from, if any?
Today was my January 1st. I like that. I like the reset. And everything, everybody thinks that the first of the year is about reset. And that can happen October. It can actually happen in June. It doesn't matter when. But if today had to be my January 1st, my word would be reset. And it would have to be structured around money, money management. And as an entrepreneur, I would say I haven't always done the best things with money. Money looks great now. Money's flowing in, thank the Lord. But at every moment, it was not like that. And I think entrepreneurs know that there's a cycle of ups and there's downs and there's ups and downs. When I get commission checks, do I just blow it and just pay all the bills? Do I save it? So I think if I had to reset and do all things over, 2013, 14, 15, that was a funky time for me. Very funky time. And money was not managed properly. So I would say I would definitely put most of the money on autopilot. Where money does come in, as far as any commissions or any deposits that I would have it automatically going out to a life insurance policy so that I don't see it, but at least I know it's building up. And definitely a savings account, save first and then pay the bills. All wealthy individuals will tell you that. You have to pay yourself first and then pay your bills from that point. So definitely a financial management reset would be in store so that we can keep more of the money.
I love it. What do you do for fun when you're not out saving the world these days?
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of fun with my friends and I are goofy together. So we love the outdoors. I love hiking. I'll do anything outdoors, anything with the sun. I'm born in July. So anything with the sun, the pool, the beach, hiking, anything outdoorsy, I'm your girl for that. So anything in the wintertime, I'll do it, but it's not the best thing with the cabins and things like that. But I love doing anything outdoors. I will be that person that says, let's give it a shot at least one time.
As we coming down the home stretch, I'm curious. You talk about mentors, and one of my favorite questions to ask is, what's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given? Right. You've had so many mentors along this journey of life. As you said, some you may have read about them. Others you might have just met online, and others you've had maybe physical contact with. But you had to step back and say, Shay, here's just one piece of advice. I've been given a lot, but here's one of the best pieces of advice I've ever been given that you're going to share with the audience. And you at home, you get to lean in now, because you may never meet Lorie's mentor. You may never read the book, but you get that one piece of advice that you could use for the rest of your life. Over to you, Lorie. What's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given?
Do it until. Do it until. The question comes up, how long do I have to do this? Or how long do I have to do the training? Or how long will it take for me to see success on Instagram or YouTube? Do it until. Do it until you see the blessings of what you're trying to do. Nothing's going to happen overnight. And a lot of times people think that magic success is going to be somewhere online. Hey, I want to have all these subscribers and all of this influence. Do it until. I don't know the date. No one knows the date. No one knows the time. Just keep being consistent. Keep your heart in the right place and just do it until.
Love it. With that being said, two final questions. Number one, are you taking on any new clients these days? If so, what type of clients are you looking to work with? And number two, how can folks best connect with you over and beyond the conversation that we're in right now?
Yes. As far as real estate is concerned, I'm working with serious-minded people, yes. So those that may be looking to buy or sell real estate within the Maryland and D.C. area, absolutely. Again, one of my affirmations, I'm only working with serious, ready, willing, and able people. So yes, the door is still open for that. And on the entrepreneurial side, helping individuals work to find ways to make money online. And through one of the ebooks that I wrote, I've written a few ebooks this year, over the last couple of years, whether it's helping your credit, helping you maintain your marketing online. But the biggest baby that I did this year, Shay, was about anyone who needs to make money. So I have an ebook that I came out with this year, and it's called the Online Profit Playbook. And it's 20 winning strategies to make at least $1,000 a month. So just paying attention to my buyers and my sellers and folks out there that are looking to get ahead, that ebook is free, and you can definitely download it at loriewoodruff.com. And you can find a lot of my other information, course information that I've done over the years. And my store, the Unleashed collection, will allow you to get a little bit closer to the books, the courses, and ways that you can better improve your own situation. So yeah, that book has been downloaded a lot, and it's really helping a lot of people get out of the sticky situation that they're in right now. Whether they're looking to buy a home, start their business, or just have a secondary job, these are 20 different ways that one can make money from home. So I'm very proud about that ebook.
Congratulations. Thanks so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Shay. I really appreciate the time. This was awesome.
Thank you. And thank you to viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Without you, well, there is no show, by the way. So we appreciate it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Pay this message forward by hitting the share button. I never get tired of saying every night at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time that you're awesome. If you haven't been told that, you are super amazing. You're just really an incredible, kind human being, and you're someone that's making a huge impact in the world. And I want you to know that today is your January 1st, and because of just that one reason alone, I believe your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless, and we wish you success. Peace, everybody. We out. Bye-bye.